know.
Nigma knows about the Observer Ward, though. They ping it out quickly. And a gush onto GH. Flame Break to push him into the Tide. Ike's Warlock taking a lot of damage from the Shadow Fiend as Sumail draws the first blood. GH, ooh, just about dies. As Eki picks up the kill, but now Omar and Rincy on top of this Bat Rider. Fairy Fire popped by Omar's Hoodwink, trying to keep the damage going. And Shadow Fiend with another couple of razors here, looking for the kill on Eki. The Juke's around the trees, though, breaking the ankles with a Flame Break. It's not good enough to get the distance, so Rincy picks up that secondary kill as GH arrives again. Comes back from the grave. Says, hello, Tide Hunter. Got some more raises for me. He's trying to get the gap. Turns around with the mid-range. No mana for the long, but the right click should be enough here to take him down. Oh, no, he's got the full stick. He's got a full stick from all the fighting.
Gets back to full. Well, full enough that GH can finish him at least. But at the end of that, kind of hard to say who won the trade. Yes, he got first blood, but on the other hand, Warlock got 2 charges on the book. And I think it's massive for Warlock to get those book charges early on. As 400 more experience when he does decide to read the book later on. So, pretty amazing. Already has 600 experience stored up there. Obviously, cannot read it yet.
He's scribing.
Oh boy.
You better watch out. He's a spooky guy. It's going to be very fast, level 6. So, Omar already, as a Hoodwink, is dragging waves. I guess this unconventional lane with Hoodwink Lycan requires him to stay away from the DK Warlock.
It's a Dragon Knight Warlock. It's a super strong lane, so whenever you have the weaker lane, you want to try and avoid as much as possible and dodge. So it makes sense that he's trying to do this, even though Hoodwink is normally a hero that you don't do these pulls on.
And again, we see
mid lane.
Ember.
Familiar matchup. Usually we see Storm coming out ahead on this. We did see that earlier in this series as well, as Sumail was owning with his Storm against Ember.
And Copy doing a very similar job here. Staying about a wave ahead in terms of last hits. And bottom lane, Shadow Fiend, even with all the early kills and start that he got, 7 last hits for him as the wave has been manipulated back by the Tide and the Bat Rider, so they're in a pretty comfy spot. And look at what...
There's the part where Shadow Fiend lost all his resources in the first fight. Like, literally, he threw out 5 or 6 races, used all his HP pool as well, so he had no resources when this lane started. And Tide Hunter was kind of low as well, but he had more in the tank.
What?
Why
is there a Warlock here? Ike is he wants more pages in his book. Give me more literature, please. But next assassin TP's home. So they've booted the safe lane out of the safe lane. Shadow Fiend is now jungling. Copy is looking to put a lot of damage on Sumail and maybe even get the kill. Another couple of hits. Oh, very close. Wander's there.
Far away.
Ember Spirit.
And as the SF waddles back to lane, he realizes I can't just sit back. He is in danger now. Warlock puts Shadow Word on him.
TP back to tier 2 tower.
That's not a good feeling, though. You TP away, you're still half HP, and you have to make it back to the lane again. And this is great. Warlock can spend his time doing this because top lane was so easy. Now, if he leaves top for too long, though, Dragon Knight will start to falter. As Omar realizes this weakness, he started to deal a lot of damage back to Dragon Knight.
Well, this fight mid is always so close. It's sitting like 200 HP. A couple of spells go the right way. Could see that kill. Wand and Fairy Fire, all super important just to stay alive. As the 4th minute, runes are about to pop up. Sumail has the advantage in terms of lane situation. That should just be the one-for-one trade.
Just running for the rune. Get their rehydration going. Warlock is back top, making sure to keep his Dragon Knight healthy and gonna try and help as well, get some pulls going. But yeah, that little move he made bottom, even though it didn't result in a kill, it's still so annoying for the SF.
Omar shows up mid, and the Storm Spirit, not yet level 6, pops the heals. Oh, he's going to turn and try and fight because he knows he's dead. And yet again, it says Hoodwink for Omar being the difference maker in these mid lane situations, while GH at bottom. Spike Carapace already used the fake pumping of the Gush. Good stun back by GH. Going for the TP home. It's an optimistic one, though. And Eki will slay the bug. As we see again the Warlock rotating into the bottom lane.
Yeah, Warlock, he's just here, staring a little bit, looking for a chance to get more kill participations, of course. And this is all efforts to try and crack this tower open. It is taking a whole lot of damage from SF not being here and farming. As he's farming jungle, oh, he doesn't have TP. The Batrider means he's just dead here, right?
I think so, yeah. He's trying to farm through the boglets, but he's been found by Eki and Ike. And I'm kind of curious. So Shadow Fiend has 29 last hits, right? But I'm assuming his net worth is like low in comparison because they're all jungle creeps. I might come back to that in a
lot
second,
of boglets.
A lot of boglets. Copy again is being run out by Omar and Sumail. Nigma Galaxy trying to find whatever they can through this middle lane, but now you've hit 6 on Ember Spirit to zip away with his remnants. The damage over time from the blood grenade's not enough, so he gets another round of Slight and Chains to finish off Eki.
Sumail, he's the one that they have to trust once again. They turn to Sumail for his safety in this game.
The North Star.
And he's gonna dive.
He's the one who's got to guide them through real torrential waters here. Getting a dominating streak on his Ember Spirit is so vitally important for Nigma Galaxy's chances.
You know, it's funny, I talked about how, you know, the pages on the book is going to be nice for experience for the Warlock, but he is only level 2 at minute 6, by the way. He has been sitting outside of experience range a lot. Oh. He's been, you know, not really getting involved in a lot of the experience there.
Well, Rinsecure is quite far forward here. Level 4 Shadow Fiend pushing all the way forward on the lane. It's a good bushwhack in the double raise. But eventually, SF's dead. And no recourse from the rest of Nigma Galaxy. Ooh, maybe Sumail, though. Sumail's coming. GH and Omar are scouting.
They want to fight for the Wisdom Rune, making a move.
There's Observer Ward on Observer Ward. There's vision for both teams. I'll de-ward it quickly, Nigma Galaxy, as they see the Storm Spirit chain stunning him, so he can't even Ball Lightning or Magic Wand it away. And Sumail just comes in
level 5 on the Tide.
And what? Wisdom Shrine's popping up, so Tide and Warlock play to the left, trying to deal with Omar. They'll lose the Shrine to the Ember Spirit on the right-hand side. I don't even get the kill either.
Yeah, Sumail with the Searing Chains with the ulti is honestly playing really well on Ember Spirit right now. Making a lot happen. Looking for the Warlock kill as well.
And with help of Bushwhack, he has it quite easily. Now the Tide has nowhere to play. And in this meanwhile, the Lycan has kind of been just left alone to farm.
Yeah, that's all the attention went elsewhere. Lycan has been able to claw his way back into the game. Dominator is online, so he's going to start farming a little bit faster, and he'll pick up the Wisdom Rune, giving them the double Wisdom. We see the Ember with no cooldown dependency as well as this continuously hammering down pressure on bottom lane. He wants to play for the Power Rune, making sure that if it's bottom, Copy doesn't get it. It is going to spawn bottom. Nice. And what a rune. Is that a kill with a DD rune? Might just be. Yeah.
I think it is. Copy dead again. Sumail popping off. Where's he going now? Oh, he's bottom lane, is he? Hello, Eki. Another freebie for Sumail. Don't mind if I do. Omar might just be able to slip away here. The Ravage is required to find a kill on the Hoodwink. But now the Tidehunter in danger to the Ember Spirit who can chase him down. Chains in a couple of seconds. Earn over on the top. He's going to dispel it all off. Well, the blubber, though.
Only level 1 on the slight. Not quite enough to get through the damage needed there. That was close, though. Close to getting tied as well. Already getting a million kills, it feels like, on this Ember. 6, 0, and 3. It's all happening so fast right now.
It does feel pretty important for Nigma Galaxy to get this done, though, against a team that has big ultis, right? We're waiting for Fatal Bonds, Ravage, Chaotic Offering, Lasso, all to be online at the same time and Pipsqueak playing together. So far, they have no chance of playing together because they're being picked apart. They're scouted out by the Nyx, hunted by the Ember Spirit. And right now, with GH
looking for a bigger
kill
kill
in the world on his DK, and Noob with the Helm Creep coming in, they've got the lineup, 2-man stun. Dragon Knight, Nande dead. They don't quite catch on to Copy for the bonus kill, but dangerous times for Pipsqueak here as they're losing traction on the map quickly.
Good tier 2 hero setup there by GH, and the fact that Ember is running around, it was spotted by the Storm. The Observer Ward saw the Ember kind of making his way around there on the river. He's going to run to safety. Warlock trying to leech experience on mid lane. He already used the book, and he's only level 5 at minute 10, despite all those charges. So this is really rough times for him. I thought he was going to be flying ahead in levels. I was expecting like a minute 650, level 6, you know, after all these book charges we saw. But here he is, it's 10 minutes and he's a full level away from level 6.
I've just been reading the wrong literature, I guess.
He has, there you go.
I'm just reading Harry Potter instead of Lord of the Rings. What a big mistake.
Oh, that is a big mistake, honestly, yeah. He should be reading Terry Pratchett. He would be level 10 already.
He would be, he'd be miles ahead. Shadowfiend is buying Hand of Midas, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. The Recovery Midas being queued up. Not the common choice on the Shadowfiend. Usually it's the Mask of Madness, but I don't know what to make of this too much. You do get more golds with the Hand of Midas nowadays. There's been, you know, some talk that Hand of Midas is really nice on carries nowadays. If you don't care about levels, I can kind of agree. Get a nice pick off on Batrider, trying to be a bit cheeky with a mid push. I think Midas is just terrible now on those heroes who really cared about experience. Like Invoker Midas, I think is terrible in this patch. But if you only care about golds, like if you're playing Lifestealer or Shadowfiend or something like that, yeah, Midas might be pretty decent.
Oh, wow. GH! Just solo kills him!
He barely got the Spite Carapace onto the Remnant that was sent out there. The damage reflected being 140% instead of 100% nowadays. I didn't think he had that kill, and I don't think Storm thought he would die there either.
Well, GH was pinging it. I'm like, okay, GH is pinging for help, you know? He's not going to do anything on his own. He's like, look at me, guys. No. Look at me.
He was like, watch me, watch me.
Incredible. Now, 7 kill lead, 3k ahead. And Dragon Knight, he shows his face on the lane for a moment, and just Ember Spirit Hoodwink blows him up. Wherever you look, Nigma Galaxy are there, ready to punish you if you show on lane alone. GH is still hunting for anyone in behind as well. This Ember Spirit can keep on going, and Rinsekyu's like, thank you. I'm going to push bottom farm and use my Hand of Midas. Shadowfiend might have stepped
providing info.
A bit too far forward, though. Storm and Tide are on him. And Vortex to cancel the Requiem play, Ravage as well to get the kill. While Sumail is hunting the Warlock back on the other side of the map, finishing off a beyond godlike streak.
Yeah, easy kills thanks to the Nyx again setting up. But yeah, the nice counter kill on the Shadowfiend means something at least. See him pull back onto the Dominator
creep. That troll creep.
I mean, that's a hero kill right there. That should show up on your KDA.
Easy money.
Shadowfiend dying, he's fine. He's got the Midas when he's respawning, you know? Back to the jungle, pop a Midas, feel good about yourself again.
Yeah, I mean, you can't make the same argument about the Storm Spirit.
Storm
has had a really hard game.
He's been abysmal so far. 1-5-1, mostly trying to recover. And it's hard to recover when this GH Nyx Assassin always stalking. Look at you. He's even hunting for the Storm right now. Like, where are you?
Yeah, there's a Wisdom Shrine coming up soon. Anyone going to show up with it? Hello?
And Lycan is at a 13 minutes Helm of the Overlord. After what seemed like a non-existent laning stage, as we see Eki dying again, Sumail just doing what Sumail does in this game apparently, which is kill everyone all the time.
11-0-3. Like, this guy is mad.
He wants to go to Birmingham, Gareth. Sumail will drag the rest of his team there. He's like, guys, we're going.
He's going to put the rest of his team in a baby Bjorn on his back all the way to Birmingham. Just grab him on the shoulders. GH survives the initial jump from Pipsqueak+4, and now Noob has arrived to slay the backlines. And Copy dead for the millionth time this game. That was your Warlock ulti dropped for no gain. In fact, losing a ton of money there as it handed over to Omar.
Yeah, the tower is going to fall rapidly afterwards, and they're going back and securing their own wisdom. GH shutting the door on that possible recovery as well of stealing enemy wisdom runes. Making sure that they get the wisdom again. I mean, that's four out of 4 wisdom runes have gone their way this game. Experience lead is pretty significant at this point.
Tide Hunter gets the Ravage off. Next assassin getting blown up. Sumail does finish off the Tide, but now he's being lassoed under the Dragon Knight. A quick remnant away, and he's got another coming off cooldown, so not going to be falling. But you're the one pressuring into enemy jungle. They're on their side of the river, using ultis defensively. That just doesn't feel good.
It doesn't feel good, but I think the big story for Dire is that they haven't been able to make any ganks happen at all with the Storm. They need to start finding chances to jump someone with the Storm initiating and following through on it. But so far, Storm is just always in recovery mode. He's farming his Kaya, trying to build items, but while he's doing that, the Shadow Fiend is going straight for the Roche.
Yeah, they've been trying this for a while. They were in the other pit with Lycan and Shadow Fiend spamming razors, trying to bring him down. He changes home, and they will get the job complete in the end. So Aegis for the Shadow Fiend as he's popped himself into the top 3 of the net worth, finally. Recovering in this game. And Pipsqueak, a lot of work to do. They've got tools at their disposal. These big ultimates, when they're up, are fearsome. That's just in the downtime when they don't have these ultis, they're just sitting like waiting for something to happen.
Still 70 seconds for the Ravage, still on cooldown. Nyx tries to get the soul kill on Storm, this time missed his Spite Carapace. He does have a new one soon, it's max level. Doesn't even need to wait for it. He has Ember.
Yeah! Someone must be grinning right now. Oh, they've got the Shadow Fiend, Mr. Aegis Holder. Gets the Requiem out, and he's surviving under tower, while the Lycan has sent the creeps onto the Warlock to zone out Ike. I should be able to finish him off easily. Now, Noob, barking and growling. Looks at Nande, Yayo. Too tanky to go and find those kills, but the rest of the reinforcements are arriving.
Now they don't have lasso as well, so they can dive with impunity here. Sumail going in. Nothing can really stop him, it feels like.
Well, you missed one of the stuns. Blubber comes into play now.
Aegis was claimed with the Batrider going in, finding the SF.
Sumail's still standing mano a mano against this Tide Hunter, but now he's bit off more than he can chew. A beyond godlike streak taken as he gets chain stunned into oblivion, and the Warlock gets about $1,000 in cash.
Pretty unfortunate that Warlock got the last hit there. He didn't want the last hit, he just wanted to help disable, but he does get the kill. At least a ton of money for everybody involved.
Yeah, the fight recap. Come on, bro. Catch up. Hey. That's the Shadow Fiend dying, I guess. There we go. 29 damage.
There you go. That's all you need to do. That was all the remaining HP when he dropped the golem, so...
And then he immediately loses his courier with all of his items on it. Oh. Storm and Batrider found the SF. What's happening? DK's being run out on the right-hand side of the map. He's dead as well.
Carries just getting picked off left and right. Literally.
I just don't think that the Shadow Fiend is relevant in this game. Nigma Galaxy have 4 heroes that go and win.
Yeah, he's not relevant at this point, but every kill they make on him is delaying the point where he will become relevant even more. So it is good that they're keeping him down.
Oh, but now they have Carapace stun on the bat. Omar's being zipped on by the Storm, though. Copy's here to bodyguard Eki. Flame Break and the final touches of damage out of Storm will get the job done. And GH can line up a stun here, but Eki's jumped over the top of it to lasso him back. Oh, the Vendetta not enough. They get the damage over time to take him out. And look who's arriving. Sumail finds the slight chains to cancel the TP. At least gets a cross kill out of that top lane situation. Good
return kill. That was a lot of value though for Dire. Copy getting some much needed kill involvement on this Storm. Playing Storm without being involved in any kills at all is a horrible feeling, since not only are you not getting the gold advantage and the experience you need, but also those galvanic charges Storm kind of relies on for mana pool to just keep accelerating your game.
Yeah, I mean, Nigma Galaxy are in the lead still, but it feels like the game is starting to level a bit.
Yeah, definitely. 5k leads at this stage of the game is not as significant as what we saw in the early game.
The Warlock just gets a full Solar Crest. Thank you, Sumail, for the kind donation.
Well, Solar Crest will do a good job at blocking a lot of damage. Quite heavily physical team on Radiant. And 10 seconds from now, the Tormentor is going to spawn. Looks like Lycan is heading over there, going through the gates. I'm thinking twice about it, as Dire are smoked up. They could be on the gate, but they're making a different move instead. They are...
Rune.
Yeah, playing on a power rune. Maybe they swing back for the Tormentor now? They have to assume that the opponent won Tormentor.
Maybe they forgot Roshan had been taken earlier on and they lost track of the big man.
I think they really just wanted a power rune. You know, Storm saying they need something, some boost. But this is going to be Tormentor, taken for quite free. Nyx now setting up on the Batrider. Easy solo kill? Maybe?
Not quite.
Almost.
Needs a sharpshooter and maybe a slight. Yeah, Sumail will finish the job.
That's better than a soul kill. Give it to your needing Ember. He needed his 15th kill of the game. It's 20 minutes in after all.
Pad the stats, pad the ego.
Yep. Very true.
Well,
and the first Wisdom Rune of the game. First Wisdom Rune of the game taken by Nade for the Dire team.
Oh, again, all of them had gone to Nigma until now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Nigma have been fully controlling those Wisdom Runes, but they finally get something. So they're trying to group up and play around this Aghanim Scepter Tide. Dragon Knight is not going to join in as he's still farming his BKB. So this is a fight into possibly 5 Radiant heroes.
Not much committed there to scout them out with noob summons. Long-range poking with the chains through the Remnant. Tidehunter already losing about 30% of his health and mana. Not really a position Pipsqueak can fight into.
Looking kind of scared to be a Tidehunter at some point in this game when Nyx can go Shard to get break. You have Hoodwink with a break already on the ulti. Oh, like it.
Eki gets annihilated. The Thunderhide comes around the corner. And now Tidehunter looks
tickling
like
him for about 0 damage.
Warlock, though, has to TP away, while the rest of Nigma Galaxy are looking to connect from that mid lane up towards top. And Lycan's got pretty limited damage against this Tidehunter. They need tons of control and a bit more nuking to happen, and that's exactly what they'll do. And defensive Ravage also used. Pretty big downside there to the Tide's death. Gone for 40, no Ravage ready.
Yeah, that Ravage was quite questionable. He threw it out, he had no teammate nearby, nobody wanted to try and save him. Now he used Ravage, so this is just all lights go for Radiant. They can go start taking big objectives with Ravage on cooldown.
Oh, Shadow Fiend. Some tasty bounty runes. Not seen too much of the SF, but he has recovered nicely, while it's the same story. Oh, Copy's out of mana here. The final zip does get him the distance, but scary times when Sumail's chasing you.
He gets far enough away. Going to stay safe this time. SF is getting the bottom creep wave going, and the push is coming in as they're trying to make a power play on this no Tidehunter ulti timing. Also, a sad part for Dire is they have Warlock Golem, but effectively, if they don't have Ravage, I don't think they can fight even though they have Golem. So it feels like having 2 abilities on cooldown when you wasted one of them.
Yeah, you need everything together. I think you also need this Dragon Knight to start joining.
They're gonna smoke up without it? This is a bold move.
Okay. They're in a drastic situation. I guess they're gonna have to try and take some drastic measures. Look at Sumail's positioning. Smoke breaker with a shield rune on him. Not a fear in the world.
Oh, that's so awkward. So awkward. You all get revealed. You're on the low ground. They're walking into the high ground.
Still going high ground here into the Requiem setup. Next assassin pops the carapace, forces DKBKB. GH, Yule Scepter to dodge away from the Golem drop. Shadow Fiend's been focused down though as the Dragon Knight opens up. Sumail kills the Warlock, but you've lost Rinseq and GH. Nande's Dragon Knight, though, has been left stranded now, surrounded by the Lycan and the Ember Spirit, while Omar keeps tabs on Copy. Hoodwink, close to death, but they don't have quite enough damage to finish her off. And with Storm spending all of his mana to get back to his high ground, Sumail has tons in the tank to follow through and find the 4th kill of the fight. Tidehunter TP's home, so it won't be a wipe. And you lose your SF and Nyx Assassin, but it's like, absolutely, we'll give away these resources to win a fight, take some more towers. Nigma Galaxy continue in the driving seat.
Yeah, and you can see the sadness of taking a team fight into a Lycan who's shredding people, and you don't have the Ravage. Now the Ravage is off cooldown. What could have been if you didn't waste it when he died up top there earlier? Just have to feel pretty bad for him right now. Massive lead for Radiant though, as they get the bottom tower, get their own wisdom. 15,000 gold lead right now. Nigma at 25 minutes, already in a super dominant position this game.
Ravage is back up, though.
They have Ravage. You know what they don't have?
Everything else.
True. Golem on cooldown. They did have Lasso, though, so they go on to GH.
This
He's still alive for a while.
This is not easy. Like, they'll kill him, but they've had to expend a fair amount of time, a couple of resources. Sumail and Omar were lurking around looking to continue the fight. They've got chain stuns on Sumail here, though, but he's got Remnant to zip away to Roche Pit. No remnants left.
That was his last remnant.
Slight Chains is ready, but Colby has a long zip over the top onto him, finding the kill on Sumail right on the doorstep of Roshan, who's respawned.
Everything kind of falling into their lap. Just go for the Roche. There's even a DD rune on top if they scout it right now. I think they saw it. Copy goes and takes it.
Like to come in, shapeshift, scout out, move with a big bushwhack. Oh, the damage! Omar sets it up. Noob will come in and swipe down on the DK as well. They've got some fatal bonds and the potential here to turn and fight with his Dragonite.
The anchor, he can't move.
They've got the leash, the anchor, the dead in the water. The Lycan can't swim. The puppy drowns. And it looks so good until it didn't, as Pipsqueak will buy back the bat, continue fighting around Roshan. Nigma Galaxy still down a couple of heroes.
Satanic SF thinking about going in here, but there's a lot of heroes.
5 seconds for Golem. He's going to die before he can use it. The buyback there from the Warlock as Rinsey thinks about the Requiem play. Roshan.
Ember's about to respawn. They just need to wait for Ember. He's going to be the difference maker in this fight. Dire, they can feel it. Tide has no HP, they have to run away. Yeah, that one high ground ward providing some very, very nice vision throughout this entire engagement.
With Roshan's bellow and roar, Pipsqueak will know it's Aegis for the Shadow Fiend again.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep him alive along with the Satanic now. He's getting harder to kill. SF has not had the easiest game by any means, but he's soon getting to that point. Once he has Butterfly along with Satanic, he's going to be an incredible force in this game again. But, or again, for the first time, I guess. Nyx setting up on Eki. Hard to get away from this. Okay. Okay, he had a read. He thought he would insta Force Staff. He didn't. He turned and then Force Staff. Actually, GH, you know, he went for a respectable play. Eki just saw that coming, turned first, and then Force Staff.
It's the Pudge Hook versus Newbie quandary again, right?
Yes. He's like, why would you not do that?
Yeah, GH looked at the optimal play, tried to counteract the optimal play, and then gets countered by the suboptimal play. Which turned out to be the optimal play.
Something like that. Something like that happened, yeah. Nice
Deep
try
game
anyway,
theory.
but... yeah. Yeah, when you play against a really good player, you just want to hook as though they're not going to juke at all. It's going to land like 9 out of 10 times on a good player.
Just pretend
Same thing if you play against a bad player.
The bell curve. The Dunning-Kruger Pudge Hook bell curve.
It's those in-between players. Those are the tricky ones. You have no clue what they're going to do.
Serpentine. The ones that
Loose
are screaming
cannons.
and running around.
Full on Archer moment, just running around.
Yeah. Is GH going to find the bat again? Or does he find a storm? He doesn't really have anyone. No, I guess now he has people nearby. Lycan comes through the
Ember's
gate.
coming
Shadow
through the
Fiend
gates.
joins up. They see the bat.
I like his courier.
Error.
You can't select
core
it.
error.
What? I can't select it. This courier is a cheater courier. Hacker man.
Illegal.
What the hell? If you can't select it, means you can't click it to kill it, you know? It's a hacker courier right there.
That's not a courier. The core error. Hello?
Oh,
Ravage straight onto Sumail. They've got chain stuns, but I don't know if they've got enough. The Requiem is now going to push them back. DK's BKB'd up. Sumail still going to die. As the Golden's dropped on the Shadow Fiend now. Rinsecue trying to stand and fight with GH getting a couple caught in the stun. Nande picks up a double kill, but in his dying breath falls himself. Now Aegis claimed. The Upheaval not doing much to the Lycan. Comes in with a crit and slices Warlock down. Omar's getting zipped on by Copy. Difficult to read who's got the upper hand in this fight, but so far Pipsqueak standing their ground with Tide and Storm. A big old stun
his own
from
Ravage.
Noob. Creep, the Kroger comes in clutch for Noob to pick up an ultra kill. Tide Hunter who? I've got the Croaker by my side.
With the congregations of the deep, he turns it around. That's the name of his Ravage right there. That was crazy, man. The damage coming out from this Assault Cuirass Lycan is starting to become pretty serious. There was a mistake by Ember before there. Sumail could have jumped away. Even looking at his death summary, you can see he was not really disabled by the end. He just sent out 2 remnants. I think he misclicked. Because the first one he sent out, he didn't immediately jump afterwards. He just stood around and then sent 1 more remnant. And then he just died to auto attacks. So I think he panicked a little bit, which is understandable. Literally everyone wanted him dead. It was a high stress situation. But it works out anyway. Lycan comes in and carries.
Good blink Ravage from Fog. Yeah. That fight recap's pretty wild, though. You know, both teams doing like 15k damage. The gold exchange was pretty minimal there. Very even. And showing that depending on how the fight starts, Pipsqueak can still put up a good brawl and go toe for toe.
Yeah, they do have the damage. Dragon Knight has the Daedalus. I think a big part in that fight that happened as well was the quick Yule Scepter by GH's Nyx onto the Dragon Knight to prevent his damage output. Because he's recognizing that's like the most important guy to target right now. The one who's going to make the comeback happen is going to have to be Nande. As the Storm still kind of crawling down there in the bottom of the net worth of the course. 13,000. Hoodwink is sort of eyeing him like, yeah, I could overtake you. 2,000 gold away? It's not much. Lycan gets spotted.
BKB's up, though.
Put him on the cliff.
As well.
Oh, he
got
did
him
it.
cliffed. TP. Oh, the Ravage from the Croaker. Keeps him safe.
Yeah. BKB TP out. Gonna work like a charm. Maybe a little bit fast on the lasso there, seeing his attempt to get out, but he kind of had to, right? Otherwise, he runs away.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like maybe if he'd got the lasso before, like the BKB timing was important as well. Like if you lassoed before that BKB happened, maybe Storm can get chain stun or Dragon Knight chain stuns, but well done by Noob.
It was good reaction. Good reaction by Noob. Quick BKB and insta ulti was, very important. Forced the hand of the Batrider to play his lasso, and the TP out was safe. Lycan with a swift blink. I'm not a big fan of this, I have to say. The Swift Blink next item here on Lycan, like, you still have a Sage's Mask. I generally don't like upgrade some Blink Daggers when you have 1 dead inventory slot, and this Sage's Mask is a dead inventory slot right now.
I mean, quite often we'd see like the Orchid or something, or a Nullifier, right?
Yeah, there's a Ghost Scepter, there's a Force Staff, there's, there's some justification for going Nullifier. Would also just be a ton of armor. He would have plus 10 armor, he'd be sitting at 50 armor himself. Be pretty unkillable to the Dragon Knight even.
Yeah. With a 25k lead, Nigma Galaxy are kind of struggling to close out this game. Pipsqueak have put up some incredibly strong fights. Eki's going to juke around all of the
left, right,
spells
left.
before staffing out of range of the Ember Spirit, but now found by Rinsecue. Shapeshift as well. The Lycan and the Nyx Assassin, they're hunting the backlines on the DK. Nande does not want to press BKB here, but he might have to. Getting chain stunned up, the Storm Spirit comes in. Nande still holding that BKB and dying with it ready. Nigma Galaxy got 2 massive kills. The Dire Heroes don't have buybacks. So Males dive pretty deep in the base to deal with the Storm Spirit, while the rest of Nigma Galaxy look at the tier 3 tower.
He doesn't have buyback, and the reason he doesn't have buyback is also kind of painful. He bought a Demon Edge? Just a Demon Edge?
On the DK?
Yeah. Like, he didn't finish a big item, he just purchased a... I mean, granted, he wanted all the damage he can get, I guess, but... I think he's regretting that pretty hard right now, as he's losing mid. And, or losing top and might lose mid as well immediately after. Or at least control over the Roche, who can spawn any moment in 20 seconds.
And any idea what the numbers at the end of Copy's name represent?
He's got numbers?
I keep looking at it, and my brain translates that as the, you know, at school you'd take a calculator and turn it upside down and write Copy is dead in numbers. Oh, he's not dead, he's zipped away. No, you'd write, you know, 8008135 or whatever. Oh?
Yeah.
No, never mind. I just don't know what 1007 E5 means.
Yeah.
Is it leet speak?
No
or is
idea.
it some new Zoomer speak?
I honestly have no idea what it is. I put the numbers in, you know, searching on Google as well. The first thing that comes up is it appears to be the play ID of a competitive Dota player, and it's him. It's like, okay. It's
Is it a color?
No,
Is it a hex code?
No, that's not a hex code.
It looks like it could be. It's a blue. Yeah. Our observers, like, if it's leet speak, it could be looter. I was looking at looter or lootez. I don't know. Maybe he just really likes his color blue.
Maybe.
I'll have to ask him. Another question.
I know what it is. It's the amount of times he died this game. That's what.
The E5 is what, to the power of to the exponent 5?
The amount of times he's going to die.
5. That's a lot.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate. You know, it's a tough game.
Holy moly.
The potential for feed is infinite.
Why are we paused again? Oh, Lycan's disconnected.
Yeah, state your reason.
A reason for pause? The reason is Rinseq is sad and needs time to recover from the last 35 minutes of gameplay.
Honestly, this has been, for how easy this game is overall for Radiant, they're 40-21. Rinchi is not experiencing the same. He's having a hard game, you know, it's tough times. He's fighting to stay ahead. He is ahead now, but dear Lord, it has not felt like a clean path for him. It's been a bumpy and rocky road.
Dragged, kicking and screaming through the game by a Lycan, just hooked up to the Lycan as he shapeshifts and sprints towards enemies. But I guess when SF gets BKB, it could be just game over, honestly.
I think that point, he can just high ground siege, yeah. But they don't have a saving hero, and the burst is pretty good on Ire. We've seen it. They've gone on a target and just blown them up. They can bring people down. The big question mark is going to be, can Dragonite get to the point of MKB before this BKB high ground siege comes in? Because BKB is just 400 gold away, whereas the MKB is, it's still, you know, it's a work in progress. It's like about 1800 gold or something he needs.
Where's he TPing to? Dragon Knight.
The Dragonite? I thought that he was TPing.
He's got no towers.
Just mid. Yeah, just mid. It's not very long TP. It's to mid tier 2.
Tier 3, yeah. There's farm to be had.
He's an impatient man. He doesn't want to get his cardio in, get his walkies. Honestly, if I had a choice between teleporting and walking somewhere, I would probably also TP.
Yeah, I think so too.
Seems convenient.
It's just like whenever that question comes up, right? It's like what superhero power would you like to have? I just feel like teleportation is just goated.
See, here's the thing though. If you had a teleportation device that can move someone from point A to point B, and you teleport, and you're like, oh my god, it works, you know? Say humanity invents a teleportation device, and to everyone's observation, it works. How do you know that the person that landed there isn't just a clone? A new version, and that the old person actually is dead?
How does who know that?
anyone. How is anyone gonna know that? From the person who appears, you know, like, how can you tell it's actually teleportation and not just a new person that is a clone?
Well, then we have to talk about what makes the difference between the person and the clone, right? If they have all the feelings and emotions and thoughts and memories, is it not just the same person?
It's not the same person. You could have two of them.
What if it's the person of Theseus? You know, it's just the ship got broken down plank by plank, and atom by atom we rebuilt this person. Is it not just the same?
It's not the same, man. It's different. If the
I
old
wouldn't
one
mind
dies,
being
you
a
know.
clone of Theseus.
See,
I'd
if
be
I
fine.
make a perfect clone of you that is exactly like you, and then I kill you, are you fine with that?
Sure. Because then I still exist.
Okay,
it's perfectly
dude.
fine. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Just get me out of this conversation. That's all I want.
You were like, you don't have to make a clone, just kill me anyway.
Just kill me now.
All right, man. Okay, I'm asking the wrong person this question.
Oh, Copy's got a BKB. That's not good for him. Eki is cutting waves as well, apparently. Dodge, dodge, dodge. Nigma Galaxy coming back.
Did kill off the courier that had, I believe, the recipe for Shivas for Sumail, so delaying that a little bit. He didn't have the gold for his plate mill anyway, but he's gonna put his Shivas on hold.
People in chat are saying that Copy's name is a Canon camera model.
Really?
Oh. I don't know.
I see.
Yeah, it's just a Canon SLR 1007 ES. Of course it is.
Oh, of course.
No contest in the Roche pit. Nigma Galaxy is going to take this one for free.
Yeah, that's going to be Aegis on the Shadow Fiend. We already talked about how he has BKB, Satanic, these levels or layers of safety, and now Aegis is probably the ultimate layer of safety in Dota. Just after the old Pudge Shard, that was even better than Aegis, I would argue. The Dismember, that was the good shit.
How are we looking for
Still
buybacks
slowly.
on Dire? Well, Bat, Warlock, nobody else. It feels like this.
Yeah, but no Radiant hero has buyback either. Everyone has them ready in terms of timing, but nobody has the money. It's inflation, dude. It's hitting hard. Nobody can afford their buybacks these days.
Nyx finally saves up, scrapes together a month's worth of wages to get himself buyback. It just feels like the next fight
my parents
could
always
be...
talking about how they used to have buyback, you know. It was fine for them. It was cheap. Easy.
Well, yeah, I mean, generation before ours, they could buy buildings in the Radiant base. We're left in a situation where the buildings are just being destroyed, nothing being rebuilt.
The world is going to shit, Gareth.
They need to boost
And
the
so is the Dire
universal
base
income.
if they...
We need more gold per second.
It's true, actually. Dota does have a universal income.
Yeah, Dota 2's, the ancients are benefactors, benevolent leaders. We live in a welfare state in Dota 2.
And it's been raised over the years as well. We used to have no income, and then we had some income, and now we have more income.
I mean, Wago, we are so wealthy now, especially as supports. You know, the class system has been broken down in Dota 2 so much that supports now have been gifted inventory slots because they are so wealthy they can afford items.
Yeah, it's crazy to me. It's crazy. I you know,
Back in
I
my
can't believe
day,
supports are allowed. Yeah, they should
observers
be
and
happy if
sentries
they
were
get
two
anything
separate
more than a brown
items
boots.
Dust cost 180 gold and you had to buy 2 at a time.
Oh yeah, the scam package.
Scam-
You want dust?
scam
You gotta
dust.
buy this big master supply.
Buy in bulk. Buy in bulk or you buy nothing. But here is that high ground push. The BKB Aegis Shadow Fiend just standing there with a banner by his side, hitting tier 3 tower. And so far, nothing Pipsqueak can do to stop him. Ember is also wrapping around through the top lane, very sneakily. While Storm tries to jump into the back, maybe find a catch, but they've lost the
Holy.
Warlock to Sumail's backstab. He's already looped around and forced a buyback. Meanwhile, multiple lanes here being dealt with by the Wolves, by the Shadow Fiend. You can't pick a point at which you can fight because there are too many places you are being attacked from.
Ember could dive in as well. They're gonna play it slow for now. Having the Lycan ulti on cooldown. I think they just want to wait for the next Lycan ulti. They know he is not really useful without the ulti form. But the +2 wolves summoned. He's got the pack.
And they still have Aegis for a minute and a half. So still a decent amount of time here. So hold your ground.
And Dragonite. Oh, Dragonite used his transformation. Maybe that's enough of a reason to perhaps push without Lycan ulti? DK ulti is gonna time out, and he's in a similar boat as the Lycan, but DK is way more important than Lycan. Who's gonna fight SF if DK is in melee mode?
Fatal Bonds. That's who it's going to be. It's going to be Fatal Bonds. And they're poking at him to try and break the Aegis, maybe? But you don't want to be spending any big spells here. And just a Tidehunter just dying. He's going to have to buy back to defend the base now. As Sumail goes deep with the BKB. Forced Koppy and Nande back towards their fountain. But the two-man Lasso with the Ravage. Sumail got off his BKB in time, though, so he can slide, dodge, and run around, while Wincy Q has BKB and Aegis to stand his ground and fight back. The Shadow Fiend, who had a disaster laning stage, just comes through with a triple kill. 43 minutes in, Nigma Galaxy looking at victory here in Game 3. And the Wolf, he's had enough of the little piggies making houses out of straw and wood and stone. He's going to rip it to shreds, while Koppy's Storm, looking to delay things out and buy some time, is rooted up, caught by the bushwhack. Sumail nearly finishing him off, but he zips back to Fountain, where GH is ready and waiting with a stun to kill him. Well lined up by the next assassin, and they'll take down the DK in the Fountain. Storm buys back, but he's the only man standing. Nigma Galaxy have got the series, and they've got another chance, another crack on the road to Birmingham.
GG's come up.